Hello everyone, this is Coding Fundamentals from the Ground Up. In this episode we're going to be talking about variables and arithmetic in JavaScript. Now a variable is basically a stored value that can either be referenced or modified later. You can have all sorts of different types of variables, but in this video we're going to keep it simple and just have numeric variables. Now in JavaScript, if you want to declare a new variable, you just type var and then whatever you want to name it. I'm just going to name these letters, but in general, when you're coming up with a name of a variable, you really want to come up with the best name. And I'm just doing this for simplicity's sake for the video. So you name your variable, and then equals, and then this will just assign the initial value of your variable. And in JavaScript, it'll get like what the type of this variable will be. So if I do variable a equals 2, it knows that this is a numeric variable and its current value is 2. Now, if we want to reference it, we can just use a. And anytime we reference a, it will just give us whatever the value is in a right now, which is 2, because we haven't changed it at all yet. So if I do console.log a, and then we go run without debugging, I'm going to pick Node.js, and it just prints out 2, because that is what is currently in a. Now let's make a second variable b. Now, anytime you put the equals after a variable, it will be reassigned. So right now b is 3. So like if we print out b here, we should get a 3. But like, let's say we do b equals a. Now this is a little bit different from variables in algebra. What will happen now is just b, the current value, will just be dropped, and then whatever's on the right side of the equal, which is just a, will be the new value for b. So if we run this, we should just see 2, because a is 2 and b is just being set to the value of a. So we see we get our 2 here. Now, one thing that you can do that's a little bit different than what you might be used to in your math class is you can say like a equals, and then you can reference a on the right side of the equal sign. So it will get the value of a and use that to give your new value of a. So we can say like a equals, say a plus 2. So this should take the value of a and add it to 2, and then the new value of a should be 4. So let's try this out. So we got 4. So from here, I think it's time to go into just basic arithmetic. You already saw addition. It probably works exactly how you would expect. And then subtraction is going to work the same way. So if we do a equals b minus a, it's going to be 3 minus 2. So we should just expect this to print out a 1. Likewise, multiplication. Multiplication is just the star or the asterisk. So 3 times 2, this should just print out a 6. Now division works probably how you would expect as well. So we have a is 9, b is 3, and c is going to be a divided by b. So we would expect this to just output a 3, and that's what we get. One thing that is a little new, like you probably haven't seen it if you haven't done any programming before, is what is known as modulus. And in JavaScript, it's denoted by the percentage sign. And what mod does is it does the division, but instead of just giving you the answer of what a divided by b is, this will divide a by b and it will return just the remainder. And this could be useful in situations where, say, you want to find if a number is even, you can just do like mod 2. So, like, if something mod 2 returns a 0, it's divisible by 2, and it's going to be an even number. So, in this situation, it's like we're doing 10 divided by 3, so this should be a remainder of 1. That's what we're expecting here. And yep, it outputs a 1. One other thing we have is increment and decrement. So we could say increment is double plus in JavaScript. So what this just does is it just adds 1 and then returns that value. So b plus plus is just going to add 1 to b, and then that's b's new value. So here you would expect b to just be 4. And that is what we have. And then finally, we have decrement. And this is just the opposite. This will just subtract 1 from b and then return it. So this will be 2. That is just the very basics about variables and arithmetic. I would encourage you to try out different things on your own. This may seem pretty basic, but you can use these basic blocks to solve much more complicated problems. And that will be coming in the following episodes.